This is your countdown for the Preston Indians pregame show. Pregame in 30 seconds from Mark. As we'll have a good game today, hopefully. And pregame show will start in 15 seconds from Mark. Pregame in 10 seconds from Mark. Have a good game. Pre-game show in 5 seconds from Mark. The following is a wholly owned production of Cook Brothers Broadcasting. It's time for Preston Indian Sports. This game is a Bailey Beckstead Real Estate Team presentation on FM 105.5 and AM 1340 KACH and on mylocalradio.com. This is the Preston Indian Crumble Cookie pregame show. Coming up, we'll take a look at tonight's game. We'll hear from the coach, look at the pregame stats, all leading up to tonight's action. The pregame show is sponsored by Crumble Cookie, bringing friends and families together over the world's best cookies. You're listening to live coverage of the Preston Indians on FM 105.5, AM 1340, and on mylocalradio.com. And a very pleasant good evening, everyone. Welcome inside Preston Gym as tonight the Indians come home, and they will play host to the Century Diamondbacks. Dan Hubbard along with you tonight. John Beverly back in the studio. Glad to be with you as Preston looks to rebound after a difficult 3-0 loss at Pocatello on a couple of nights ago as they look to rebound tonight with the Diamondbacks in town. Preston and Century both come in with one loss under their belt in conference play, both of those losses coming to Pocatello. So we'll take a timeout. We'll come back and we'll have the scene set for tonight's game. Scene set brought to you by, of course, by North Star's Ultimate Outdoors. And we'll do that as we continue on this Bailey Beckstead Real Estate Team presentation of Preston Indian Volleyball. We'll be back right after this.
KACH, mylocalradio.com.
Are you looking to buy or sell a home but confused where to even begin the process? Come to the most trusted and longest established real estate group in Franklin County with Bailey Beckstead Real Estate Team.
We've been a proud part of this community since 1979 when my dad, Scott Beckstead, began here in Preston. Since our founding, we've come to know the importance of honesty and promoting a community of giving back. Contact me, Bailey Beckstead, and our team at Beckstead Real Estate for all your real estate needs, buying, selling, or renting.
Calling all cookie lovers. Crumble, the nation's fastest growing cookie company, has fresh new flavors weekly. Until Saturday, enjoy mouth-watering specialty flavors and warm chocolate chip cookies made fresh daily. Crumble is open 8 a.m. to 10 p.m. weekdays, 8 a.m. to midnight on Friday and Saturday, and are closed on Sundays. Savor the flavors before they're gone. Order today. Since 2005, North Star's Ultimate Outdoors has been Cache Valley's source for fun and adventure. It's here you can find the biggest selection of snowmobiles, ATVs, utility vehicles, and handheld power equipment from the brand names you know, such as Steel, Polaris, and Yamaha. The professionally trained staff at North Star's Ultimate Outdoors of Preston has what it takes to get you out on the nation's leading brands. The best deals in the best town. North Star's Ultimate Outdoors. It's where the fun starts. 777 North State Street, Preston.
People oftentimes ask us, why do people from other areas of the valley or other parts of the state or drive so far to come here? And a lot of times I'll ask them, so why did you drive past several different dealers to come and buy your car here? And a lot of times they say, I just like the environment here. I like the low pressure. They don't play games. You guys are straightforward with me. You don't, trick me into buying something I don't want. We take care of people the way we want to be treated, and so they'll drive a ways to do that.
WestMotorCompany.com.
Welcome back. Time for the scene set tonight here from Preston Gym. The scene set brought to you by North Star's Ultimate Outdoors. Get ready for your next outdoor adventure at North Stars Ultimate Outdoors. There you find them on State Street at the north end of the city of Preston. Well, the Indians looking to bounce back. They've had tough matches they've played of late. They've been in them early, but then things just seem to go away as they go deeper into the match, as that's pretty much what happened the other night in Pocatello, as they're pretty much into each set early on, but then the Thunder are able to go on a long run in the middle portions of the sets and go away and win the sets fairly easily. We'll be back on the home floor, make a difference tonight? Well, we're certainly hoping so, and hoping the Indians hope so as well with the Lady Diamondbacks here in town. Take a timeout. We'll come back. The pregame show continues right after this.
KACH, MyLocalRadio.com.
Discover your ultimate escape at Day Mountain Ranch. Come enjoy our upscale lodges, perfect for family reunions and corporate retreats. Unwind, bond, and make memories that last in one of our luxury cabins. Host your dream wedding on our secluded property, perfect with a captivating nature backdrop. Or join our gun club. Rent or bring your own firearms and master your skills in private classes or dynamic group sessions at our premier state-of-the-art private gun range up to 2,200 yards. Your outdoor adventure and retreat begins at Day Mountain Ranch, 77 South Spring Creek Road, Preston, Idaho. Reserve your spot now at dmrresort.com.
Looking for unique ideas to promote your business? How about something for that special gift, celebration, team sport, vacation, or family outing? DeMarie's Vinyl Designs can design and produce items for any occasion, male or female, with the highest quality merchandise and procedures that will not fade, peel, or wear out. Check out her store on Etsy at etsy.com/shop/DeMarie's Vinyl Designs.
Webb Funeral Home is proud to be the leading provider of funeral services in northern Cache Valley, including southeast Idaho, for almost 100 years. We are a full-service mortuary offering the highest quality services with very affordable pricing. We have plans to meet everyone's budget, from traditional funeral services to graveside services and cremation options. We gladly provide free insurance coverage review, quality headstones and monuments, as well as funeral transcriptions. Let us answer any questions you might have by calling us at 208-852-0533. Webb Funeral Home, a trusted name in funeral service since 1925.
It's always refreshing to shop where you know you'll be appreciated. It's even better to know that you can get everything you need, quality parts at fair prices. The team at Preston Auto Parts CarQuest appreciates every customer. They work hard to make sure that you have the right part the first time, on time. Whether it's motorcycles, farm and ranch, lawn and garden, or car or truck parts, you can always get it all at Preston Auto Parts CarQuest. Stop in where you'll be treated like a friend. 17 South State Street, Preston. Well, everybody back in uniform pretty much tonight for the Indians. Of course, that means that Macy Knapp will continue to play in the middle for the Indians. Also, Sophie Hess back in uniform tonight as well. She got back in the other night against Pocatello. We'll take another timeout. We'll come back. We'll visit with Coach Knapp, Bridget Knapp, as we'll talk about the match the other night in Pocatello and about this match coming up tonight as well. We'll do that as the pregame show continues. This is the Bailey Beckstead Real Estate Team presentation of Preston Indian Volleyball. We'll be right back as the Crumble Cookie pregame show continues right after this.
KACH, MyLocalRadio.com.
When you think of a medical center's vital signs, you think of a monitor beeping. Today, Franklin County Medical Center is sharing a new set of vital signs. They're the vital signs of a growing hospital. Our new medical office building is now home to the care you depend on. You'll visit us here for primary, specialty, and walk-in care. Franklin County Medical Center has been a vital part of the region's healthcare since 1929, right in your neighborhood.
Pregame show as we sit down in the coach's corner, brought to you by Evergreen Financial Partners as we visit with Coach Bridget Knapp here coming up before the match here against Century here tonight. We'll just kind of put everything behind us from Pocatello the other night because things just really didn't go all that well.
No, it didn't. You know, we lost two crucial people, and then trying to figure out the best way to fill those holes, and just it's hard when you lose your main middle and your main right at the same time, and trying to figure it out, and we'll figure it out though.
Sophie came back and played a little bit, but still looked a little bit hobbled by that ankle.
Yeah, that ankle's still hurting her, and she hasn't played middle for us. She hasn't played middle for a long time. So just trying to get her, and you know, when you only have a practice in between games, it's hard to get a lot of reps in. So we'll see. She gives it all, and she works really hard for us. But yeah, I think that ankle's still a little tender.
All right, let's talk about these Century Diamondbacks. Kind of you don't want to say it's a must-win game. It's just the second game in conference play, but you do kind of come in a bit of a hole down 0-1.
Yeah, we do, and it's a game that I hope the girls are ready for mentally, because I think it's a game that we've talked about a lot. They feel it's winnable. It is winnable. We've watched them play, and you know, I think if we get out there and really not worry about the other team, but worry about us just getting out and doing our best, I think we'll see a lot more W's on the board.
Isn't that really the name of the game for this team? Don't worry about the people on the other side of the net. Worry about the people on your own side of the net.
Yeah, you know, I think it's just, I don't know if it's maturity levels or what it is, but it is a lot. It's a lot of a mind game. They come out and they'll just have miraculous moments where they look so great, and then, you know, lose focus a little bit. We're just working on getting that focus and keeping it longer.
That was the thing about Pocatello. Evans and Les came out so hard, so fast, and just kind of took the air out of Preston's balloon early.
They did. It's really unfortunate that by the time they warmed up, my girls were like, wow. And I'm like, guys, they do the same thing. You play defense, you put a block up, you move them to our defense. It's the same game. But yeah, we played a little intimidated, but hopefully now that we've watched them play, and they played very well, watched them play and feel a little bit more comfortable that we can settle in and now just play our game.
You mentioned seeing Century on tape. Have you seen them in person yet this year at all?
We have not. We have not seen them at all.
Ought to be an interesting match tonight here at home. Someplace you guys don't get to play a lot, especially not this way on the regular court. This is the first time this year.
It is. We're excited. They always get excited when we get to turn the nets and just be alone in here. So, yeah, hopefully they'll step up and show.
And hopefully the fans and the students will show up tonight as well and put on a good atmosphere too.
Right. We appreciate any help we can get.
Good luck tonight.
Thank you.
Coach Bridget Knapp here with us on the pregame show. We'll take a timeout. We'll come back with more right after this. It's the goal in everyone's life to reach financial independence and security. Evergreen Financial Partners in Preston can help with strategies to assist in those goals. They will design a plan to suit you, whether it be for your family, home, or current or future investments. Evergreen Financial Partners can help with life insurance, long-term life, 401ks, retirement plans, or mutual funds. Contact the experts at Evergreen Financial and let them put a plan together for you. Find them at 41 West 1st South in Preston, or go online to set your appointment at evergreenfinancialpartners.net. Evergreen Financial Partners, your first step to financial security.
Hi, my name is Penny Wright, born and raised in Preston. I am your local Medicare agent. I am here to give you the knowledge you need so you can make an informed and wise choice for your Medicare needs. Call me at 208-852-2367 if you're turning 65 or have any Medicare questions.
And welcome back to the Crumble Cookie pregame show. Crumble Cookies, bringing friends and family together over the world's best cookies. Well, let's take a couple of minutes and take a look at some of the other games going around the area tonight. Check of tonight's schedule brought to you by Naylor Insurance. For home, health, life, and auto, stop by to find out how much money you can save at 223 North State Street in Preston. It's Naylor Insurance. All right, other games going on around the area tonight, just a few. Soda Springs will be at Westside tonight. Idaho Falls heads south and they'll go to Blackfoot. It'll be Highland at Thunder Ridge. Burley goes all the way across to take on Wood River tonight. Malad will go to Aberdeen. American Falls will be at Marsh Valley. Mountain Home goes to Jerome. West Jefferson goes to North Fremont. And, of course, it's another conference matchup for the Preston Indians tonight as the Century Diamondbacks are in town to face the Lady Indians, with that match getting started in just a few minutes here at Preston Gym. That's your look at other games tonight, brought to you by Naylor Insurance at 223 North State Street in Preston. Stop by to find out how much you can save on home, health, life, and auto insurance. This is a Bailey Beckstead Real Estate Team presentation of Preston Indian Volleyball on KACH and on MyLocalRadio.com. Stay with us. The starting lineups and the first serve for tonight's match are coming up next.
We all have those times in life where having insurance has been a great comfort in helping to make a bad situation better. Naylor Insurance takes pride in being that friend there to help you when you need it the most. Serving the community since 1978, Naylor Insurance is proud to represent a number of carriers to fit your insurance needs. Stop by our new location, 223 North State Street in Preston.
When you think of a medical center's vital signs, you think of a monitor beeping. Today, Franklin County Medical Center is sharing a new set of vital signs. They're the vital signs of a growing hospital. Our new medical office building is now home to the care you depend on. You'll visit us here for primary, specialty, and walk-in care. Franklin County Medical Center has been a vital part of the region's healthcare since 1929, right in your neighborhood.
Across the FM airwaves, we're heard at 105.5. On the far-reaching AM dial, we're at 1340. And on the internet at mylocalradio.com. Wherever you find us, we are KACH, Preston, Smithfield, Logan.
It's time for Preston High School Sports. Today's game is brought to you by Beckstead Real Estate, the real estate experts for Franklin County and beyond. Day Mountain Ranch. Relax, retreat, recharge. Crumble Cookies, bringing friends and family together over the world's best cookies. Magnolia Road. Ladies, stop in and update your wardrobe today. Puppy Steps Training, Northern Utah and Southern Idaho's premier board and puppy training facility since 2011. Butterfly Express Essential Oils in Clifton, where quality doesn't have to be expensive. West Motors, your only stop for newer used cars in Preston and in Logan. Stokes Market True Value, with the freshest meat and produce in Preston. Webb Funeral Home, serving Preston and surrounding communities since 1925. Ralph's Construction, building homes in the Blue Sage Park area of Preston. I Care for You, not just a name, but a commitment. Franklin County Medical Center, with the finest care in all of the Cache Valley. Preston Auto Parts Car Quest. We have all the parts you need to keep your car running strong. Naylor Insurance, your local agent for home, health, life, and auto. North Stars Ultimate Outdoors. Get ready for your next outdoor adventure at North Stars Ultimate Outdoors in Preston. Evergreen Financial Partners. When planning your future, trust the experts at Evergreen Financial Partners in Preston and now in Pocatello. Farm Bureau Insurance, the Smith Agency. Don't leave the things that matter to you to chance. Call Farm Bureau Insurance, the Smith Agency today. Northern Title, the trusted name in the tri-state area. And by Papa J's Deli and Jerky in Clifton. This broadcast is made possible through an agreement of Preston Broadcasting LLC and Preston High School, and is a production of Preston Broadcasting LLC. This game is intended for the private, non-commercial use of our audience. Any rebroadcast or reproduction of this broadcast without express written consent of Old West media is strictly prohibited. And a very pleasant good evening once again, everybody. Welcome back here to Preston Gym. As tonight the Preston Lady Indians come home and play host to the Century Diamondbacks here tonight. It's conference game number 2 for both teams. They're both come in with a 0-1 record so far in conference play this year. We'll take a timeout. We come back. We'll have the starting lineups and the first serve for the matches tonight. We'll do that as we continue right after this on this Bailey Beckstead Real Estate Team presentation of Preston Indian Volleyball.
KACH, mylocalradio.com.
Hi, I'm Brad Phillips, professional trainer and owner of Puppy Steps Training. I believe that life is more enjoyable with a well-trained dog. That's why my team and I have come together to give you the ultimate dog training experience through Puppy Steps Training. Our 8-week board and train program is specifically designed to give your puppy a head start on life. Along with access to our extensive training material, you will receive daily progress reports, weekly photo and video updates, and a hands-on training demonstration. Discover the ultimate dog training experience with Puppy Steps Training, the premier dog training facility in northern Utah, and proud supporter of Westside and Preston High School athletics.
Franklin County Medical Center is proud to provide excellence in surgical and specialty healthcare right here in our community, making it extremely convenient to receive world-class care without even leaving the county. The best part is that we work closely with your primary care physicians to ensure a convenient and coordinated care experience. Our skilled surgeons are continually adding services to Franklin County, some you won't find anywhere in the greater Cache Valley area. Discover what is available right here at fcmc.org/specialty. You just might be surprised at what we have to offer.
Whether it's your vehicle, home, business, or even life, protecting the things that matter most shouldn't be left to chance. At Farm Bureau, the Smith Agency, everything that is important to you is important to us. That's why our office and agents are united to protect your future and give you peace of mind today. I'm Brittany Smith. As your local Farm Bureau agents, my husband Braden and I would love to customize and simplify plans that are unique to you and what you care about. Stop in today and see how Farm Bureau can make insurance simple for you.
Magnolia Road is here to bring you the latest trends in women's fashion. We believe fashion should not only be stylish, but also comfortable and inclusive for every body type in sizes small to 3X. We strongly believe in giving back to our community, and by supporting Magnolia Road, you are not only embracing fashion, but also supporting the Preston and Westside sports programs. Our team is here to help you find that perfect outfit that suits your style and makes you feel confident. Visit Magnolia Road at our new location, 12 North State Street in Preston, Idaho.
When you are looking for breakfast, lunch, or dinner, but you want something that is ready to eat now, always stop at the Stokes Market Deli in Preston. With cold and hot cases, you can always find food that is fresh, hot, or cold. Sandwiches, soup, salads, deviled eggs, donuts, wraps, cheese trays, desserts, and a hot and delicious buffet. A meal out doesn't have to be at a restaurant. Come and enjoy something for everyone at the Stokes Market Deli today. 217 South State Street in Preston.
North Star's Ultimate Outdoors is the best provider of power sport vehicles right here in downtown Preston. Vehicles and equipment from brand names that you know and trust, like Steel, Polaris, and Yamaha. Stop in and let us get you ready for your next adventure at North Star's Ultimate Outdoors. It's where the fun starts, 777 North State Street, Preston. And welcome back here to Preston High School tonight as the Preston Indians take on the Century Diamondbacks tonight, as the two teams both come in 0-1 on the year as far as conference games go. So this becomes a very important match tonight for the Preston Indians. Getting ready to introduce the teams on the starters on both sides and squeeze in another quick timeout. And we'll come back and we'll have the starters for you in the first serve for tonight's match as we continue right after this.
KACH, mylocalradio.com.
the greatest of life's moments can pass in the blink of an eye. Make sure you enjoy them with clear vision. The optometrists at Eye Care for You have been serving patients in Cache Valley and Preston for 43 years. As a full-service optical store, you'll find glasses, contacts, and professional eye health and vision exams. Doctors Philip Cromwell, Jeff Cromwell, and Lance Henderson are committed to providing you with professional care for your vision. Call today to schedule an appointment in Preston or Logan. Eye Care for You. Not just a name, but a commitment.
Hi, my name is Penny Wright, born and raised in Preston. I am your local Medicare agent. I am here to give you the knowledge you need so you can make an informed and wise choice for your Medicare needs. Call me at 208-852-2367 if you're turning 65 or have any Medicare questions.
When it comes to all things electrical, Sean Carter and the guys at S&T Electrical should always be your go-to crew. With experience in everything from new construction to repairs, service, and new installations, S&T Electrical is professional and friendly in all they do. Your electrical work will be done right. Call S&T Electric today at 208-852-5878.
This is Sean Carter with S&T Electric. It's what we do.
All right, once again, welcome back here. Time to meet the starters for tonight's game. First for the Preston Indians, Macy Knapp, Carly Madsen, Maisie Parker, Carly Dunn, Abby Clark, Taylor Wakely, and one correction in there. Haven Holyoke will not start tonight. It'll be Jenna Crosley who will start tonight for the Preston Indians. So the Indians and the Diamondbacks meeting for the first time this year. Haven't really seen much of each other. So it's a kind of a fresh palette as far as who's going to be who. The starting lineups tonight brought to you by Webb Funeral Home, serving Preston and the surrounding communities since 1925. First set for tonight's match brought to you by Northern Title, the trusted name in the tri-state area. Good deeds done daily. Call today at 208-852-5700. So we're ready to go. Preston will get the first serve tonight, as they will open up the ball game and see how things go here tonight. Hopefully they can come away with a win and get even in conference play. As it is Maisie Knapp to serve. Good serve, deep middle. Over on the far side is coming across and able to put the ball away quickly was Maddie Mangum, and Century goes up 1-0. Century with a kind of a shallow bench. They only dress 10 players for each match. Hold on, we need to adjust the antenna. As our corner official says, that doesn't quite look quite perfectly vertical, so let's adjust it here real quick. And now we're ready to go again, as it's 1-0 Century, and Taylor Burrup serving. Good serve dug out there by Madsen. Save back on the floor by the Indians. They go short as from Dunn. Then they keep it alive. Outside on the opposite. Nice hit. Kept alive there by the Indians. Little miss hit, but it's kept in play. The miss hit by Clark for Preston. And Century able to get it back over again. So Preston sets it in the middle. Dunn goes deep. That's kept alive there. Back outside. Mangum again goes short. And Preston keeps it alive and returns it. So free ball here again for the Diamondbacks. They just punch it back over onto the Preston side, and Clark gets it back over. A great rally here to start, and that'll be a point for the Indians on a double hit. So they tried to set it, hit it twice, and it's a 1-1 tie on the side out. And Preston gets the serve back as Abby Clark will drop back and play it here again. So the 1-1 tie as the serve goes wide. That'll be an ace for Clark. And Preston up 2-1 here early in set number one. We'd like to welcome all those listening live on KACH tonight. As the outside, that's going to be out of bounds on the attack there by Suri Dalami. That's hit wide. We'll take you to the west side match as soon as they get started as part of their homecoming festivities. The JV match running long, so we welcome you here as the serve by Clark goes long. So 3-2 Preston off after the side out as Maddie Nangum will drop back and serve here for the Diamondbacks. Mangum, whoa, she hit that thing just about hit that thing to Malad. It was so long. So the service there, and Preston goes up 4-2. It's been a good night for the Indians so far. The JV team was a winner in a 3-0 sweep, winning 25-23, 25-17, and 25-14 as the serve here put in by Madsen for the Indians. Kept alive, back over onto the Preston side in the middle, and a block sent right back down to Preston as the block by Peyton Burrup is good for a point. 4-3 Preston, and Peyton Burrup will now serve again. Kind of a busy weekend at home here for the Indians as the dive in the middle, set outside, Wakely blocked and the point. Delamy with the block turns it into a point as it comes back down the Preston side, and we're even at 4 here in the first set. First set brought to you by Northern Title. So 4-4 here in the first set. Peyton Burrup will serve again as comes in the middle, saved by the Indians, put up outside. They go opposite as Hess up nearly took the receiver there apart, but she's able to keep it alive. Back over onto the Preston side, comes to Wakely again. Off the hands of Mangum, kept alive. Yes, as Century gets it back over. Outside set, again, they'll go to Wakely. Again, off the block. Again, kept alive by the Diamondbacks. They flick it, get it over the net as it comes to Mangum. Reverse set as it comes again to Wakely, kept alive. As back onto the Preston side again, keep it alive in the middle. As it's there is Crossley. That doesn't go down, as that will be in along the back line. So after the ball was kept alive, it came to Marion Wadsworth, and Wadsworth able to pick the back line right in the middle of the court as Century goes up on top 5-4. A couple of very good rallies here in the first 9 points of the game. As the serve comes to the Indians, back set, Hess. That'll be off the block and go out of bounds. And that'll be a point for the Indians. Give the kill to Sophie Hess, her first of the night. You hate to put all the pressure on Sophie, but she's so important to this team that the team's kind of gonna go how her ankle goes right now because they really need her. She's the one experienced frontline player that Preston really has. As the serve comes back to over here to the Indians. Back to Wakely as she dumps it over. Free ball here for the Diamondbacks. Set on the reverse, and that's going to go long. The reverse hitter is Delamy, and she hit it too long. Preston goes back up again, 6-5. Maddie Wood serves here for Preston as the outside set. It comes to Pantasia. That's kept alive by the Indians. Comes back to Wakely, and that's going to be wide. Boy, she had it right down the left sidelines, but hit just a hair wide in the corner. So Taylor, with her first big attempt of the night, she hits it wide. We're tied at 6 here in the first. As Delamy will serve again. Outside set, comes back to Crossley. That's going to be dug out. Can they get it back over? Yes, it comes to Burrup. She's able to bump it back over. Outside set, back to Wakely. That's going to be long and wide. So Taylor misses the corner for the second time here tonight. 7-6, Century goes back on top. Reminder for those listening on KACH, we'll take you to the West Side match against Soda Springs as soon as they get started over there. Again, Wakely goes short, but this time Taylor is able to find the floor. Picks up her first kill and ties the set at 7 apiece. Abby Clark's going to come back in. Morgan Donaldson was in there for a short time, and she will now come out. And Taylor Wakely will serve here for Preston. Good serve. They got to get this one over, and they don't. Morgan Wadsworth, who is the libero tonight, just kind of, as the third hit, try to get it over from deep middle and hit it into the net. Preston goes up to 8-7. Wakely with another serve, and that's going to be an ace. Unreturnables. They hit it at Wadsworth, as she wasn't able to get it back. Preston goes up 2. It's now 9-7. Wakely's next serve, again, goes deep middle, outside set. It's played in the middle by Wakely for the Indians. They set it outside again. Clark for the Indians gets it back over onto the Diamondback side. As at the net, kept alive. Good dig by Wakely to keep that ball alive. Back over onto the Century side of the net. Kept alive again by the Indians. Playing inspired here in the first set, but that one goes out of bounds. Abby Clark came up just to try to just flick it along the line, but hit it just wide. 9-8. Preston still leads by 1. Millie Pantea will serve. Pantea, nice big jump serve. Comes to Wakely. Save on the floor, but not in the court. Good serve as Wakely not able to return it. She hit it over toward the student section. Then they couldn't get it back on the floor. We're tied again at 9. 9-9 tie, and Pantea will serve again. This is going to be way long. She got way too much of it and hit it way too long. Side out for the Indians. They lead 10-9. Jenna Crosley will serve. Crosley's first serve goes right at Wadsworth. They set in the middle. Big hit. That's off the hands of Wood and out of bounds. That big set in the middle comes back to, I believe that was Macy Sutton this time, able to put that ball away. I correct myself. It's Paige Williamson. It was 8, not 9, as that'll be a ace. As Wadsworth serves up an unreturnable. And once again, Century has a lead. It's 11-10. Next serve from Wadsworth comes to Wakely. Outside set. Clark goes over the top of the block, played by the Diamondbacks. Back outside again. And another big dig in the backcourt by Wakely to keep it alive. Preston gives it back over to the Diamondbacks again. Is the inside set. That comes to Burrup. That's kept alive. Back on the Preston side. And that's going to be over the line, out of bounds. As one of the Preston players dove after the ball. I believe that was done, and she ended up over the center line. So the point for the Diamondbacks, and it's now 12-10. And another ace served up by Wadsworth. Kind of died right in front of Maddie Wood. She wasn't quite able to dig that out. 13-10, Century on top. Next serve by Wadsworth. Comes to Wakely. Set, comes back to Clark. It's dug out, kept alive. Yes, back over onto the Preston side. Madsen bumps it forward. Back into the net. Not a good set. Clark tried to tap it over. Hit it into the net, but nobody was there to try to keep playing it. That's 4 points in a row now served up by the Diamondbacks, and now they lead it 14-10. Wadsworth again, serving deep along the right sideline. Comes back, a little flick there by Dunn, kept alive. Outside again, he goes off the hands of Wood again. And once again, it was Mangum along with the big hit and the kill. So Mangum with 3 kills here in the first set, and it's 15-10, Century on top. Outside, Clark. Mangum keeps it alive, but no one's there to play it. as Taylor Burrup came over to try to get to it but couldn't. That'll be an error on the pass on Mangum. Side out for the Indians. They break the string of points for Century. They get the serve back. It's now 15-11. Maddie Wood to serve for the Indians. And it's an error into the net. Take that back. It was Maisie Parker, I should say, not Maddie Wood. So Parker with the service error now makes it 16-11. And it'll be Taylor Burrup who will serve. Along the line comes to Wakely, kept alive at the net, played by the Indians. And that's going to be a violation against Preston. Make it 17-11. Tonight's game brought to you by Farm Bureau Insurance, the Smith Agency. Remember, don't leave the things that matter to you to chance. Call the Smith Agency today at 208-852-2364. So, two officials talking about the call. However, the call will stand, so it remains a point for the Diamondbacks, and it stays 17-11 here in the first set. The first set tonight brought to you by Northern Title, the trusted name in the tri-state area. Serve comes to Wakely, deep middle. Back set, Clark tries to go short. That's dug out. As they'll set it opposite for this time. That's going to be off the hands of the Indians and give the point to Surrey Delame for the Century Diamondbacks to make it 18-11. All of a sudden, Preston having a hard time getting the side out. And it's been a long string of points here for the Diamondbacks as they've won 8 of the last 9 points in the game. Burrup to serve again here in the first. Tylee Burrup for Century as it comes back in the middle. Dunn off the block and down. So the big block in the middle, that's Mangum getting way up in the air again. He gets the block, and it's now 19-11. Century on top, and Preston wants a timeout. This timeout brought to you by Magnolia Road. Ladies, remember you can update your look today at Magnolia Road, 12 North State Street in Preston.
KACH, mylocalradio.com.
Protecting buyers and lenders in Cache Valley for over 40 years, Northern Title is the trusted name in the tri-state areas of Idaho, Utah, and Wyoming. The staff at Northern Title in Preston protect you from unknown complications like access issues, unpaid taxes, hidden liens, or easement restrictions. Choose the right title company. Choose to close with Northern Title of Preston. Good deeds done daily. Call today at 208-852-5700.
Preston trailing here in the first set, 19-11. Century leading by 8. Been kind of back and forth, but Century just kind of went on a little bit of a run, winning 8 of 9 points. And they lead at 19-11. Tylee Burrup will serve again here for the Diamondbacks after Preston calls the timeout. Burrup serve comes to Wakely in the short middle. Back set, Clark off the hands of Burrup. They're able to go and get it. Yes, they do, as it comes to Wadsworth for the Century, and she'll bump it over. Back over onto the Preston side. Back set again. Comes back to Hess. Down the line, but touched. First he was going to call it in. Then he said it didn't matter. It was touched anyway. So Sophie Hess with the kill. 19-12. Preston gets the serve back. As the serve put up by Clark. Comes back over to Century. They'll bump it over. Free ball for the Indians. The set short in the middle. But this time Dunn not able to get it go over the net. She hits it into the net court. It stays on Preston's side. So the serve again comes back over to Century. It's now 20-12. Mantea Mangum will serve here again. Mangum serve. comes to the Indians outside. Wakely goes short. A great one-handed dig by Burrup to keep it alive. And then blocked at the net by the Indians as Dunn and Wakely were both there. (20-13) side out for Preston. They get the serve back. Carly Mangum will now serve for Preston. Mangum's serve ticks off the top of the net but stays alive. Outside, and the hit from the outside, Millie Pantea. She picks up the kill. She hits it just in front of Morgan Donaldson for the kill. 20-13. Century's now serving again. Peyton Burrup will serve. Short again, dug out by the Indians. Comes to Wakely from off the court. Can't quite get it over the net. Macy Sutton was there too. She may have got a hand on it to block it. Either way, it's 21-13. Century leads. We're in the first set. Burrup serves. Again comes to Wakely. She has to go down to a knee to play it. Hess, as that'll be too long. Big hit by Hess. Mangum Smart pulled her hands back down just as the ball zipped past her, and it was out of bounds. Whoop, now they're going to... now they're going to look like they're going to change the call there for a second. Then they said no. They give it to Century on the out of bounds call. So 23-13, Century leads here in the first set. As the serve comes to Wakely, they'll set it back to Taylor. She goes short for the point. She was trying to wind up with the right arm, but instead just tapped it with the left and went short for the point. 23-14. Maddie Wood will now serve here for Preston. As the serve played by Wadsworth back in the back row. You got to get it over here, which they do. That's Mangum to get it over. Set in the middle, and that'll be touched at the net. Point for the Indians. 23-15. In the middle, give the point to Jenna Crosley. Her first kill of the night. Preston down 8, 23-15. As the serve continues. Serve comes to Wadsworth. Tough return. Wadsworth gets it back and then plays it over onto the Preston side. At the net. As a good block there. Coming up to challenge Wakely was Suri Delame. Gets the block and the point. So set point here for Century at 24-15. And Delame will serve. As the serve comes to Madsen, kept alive back on the Preston side of the net. Madsen has to go get it. Hits it off the antenna and out of bounds. And Century will win the first set here tonight, winning by the score of 25-15. So Century goes up 1-0. We'll take a timeout. We'll come back. We'll have the second set for you after this on this Bailey Beckstead Real Estate Team presentation of Preston Indian Volleyball.
KACH, mylocalradio.com.
Protecting buyers and lenders in Cache Valley for over 40 years, Northern Title is the trusted name in the tri-state areas of Idaho, Utah, and Wyoming. The staff at Northern Title in Preston protect you from unknown complications like access issues, unpaid taxes, hidden liens, or easement restrictions. Choose the right title company. Choose to close with Northern Title of Preston. Good deeds done daily. Call today at 208-852-5700.
Crumble Cookies, the nation's fastest growing cookie company, is here in the Cache Valley, offering freshly baked cookies for carryout, delivery, or curbside pickup. Just download the Crumble app or visit their website.
Whether it's your vehicle, home, business, or even life, protecting the things that matter most shouldn't be left to chance. At Farm Bureau, the Smith Agency, everything that is important to you is important to us. That's why our office and agents are united to protect your future and give you peace of mind today. I'm Brittany Smith. As your local Farm Bureau agents, my husband Braden and I would love to customize and simplify plans that are unique to you and what you care about. Stop in today and see how Farm Bureau can make insurance simple for you.
Step into a realm of beauty and sophistication at Day Mountain Ranch Home and Apothecary. Immerse yourself in the gentle radiance of our exquisite and popular candles, filling your home with captivating fragrances that embrace the senses. Bring refined tranquility into your home and elevate your connection to harmony through our exquisite decor, all while staying here in Franklin County. Elevate your living space with the allure of Day Mountain Ranch Home and Apothecary. Visit us today on 10th North Main Street in downtown Preston.
There's no better family activity than a night out at the movies. Worm Creek Opera House Theater on State Street in Preston is your local home for first-run family movies. The historic theater offers top-flight comfort, the coolest refreshments, and quality entertainment, all at family prices. Stop by the Worm Creek Opera House at 70 South State Street in downtown Preston. For tickets, show times, and a list of upcoming attractions, go to wormcreek.org. And showing at the, I should say no show this weekend at the Worm Creek, as they're closed this weekend. But if you want to find out more about their coming attractions, showtimes, and more information, check out their website at wormcreek.org. We'll go to the second set. Second set tonight brought to you by Butterfly Express Essential Oils. So Century wins the first set 25-15. They had 6 kills in the first set compared to Preston's 5. Errors were about even. The blocks really fall heavily on the Century side of the net. They had 5 blocks compared to Preston's 2, and each side with 2 aces in the first set as well. Tylee Burrup will serve here first for Century to start the second set here tonight. As it's served at Madsen, kept alive by the Indians. In the middle, Dunn into the net, but it's going to be 4 hits against the Indians. So Dunn with the big windup hit it into the net cord when it wouldn't go over. When they dug it back out, they kept it alive, but it was 4 hits and it didn't matter. So Century up 1-0 to start the second set. Burrup's serve comes to Wakely. Set backwards to Clark, and that will be a lift on the set. So they go up 2-0. Nothing Century after a couple of mistakes here by the Indians early on in set number 2. Burrup to serve again, as it'll be Wakely to receive it for Preston. Outside, Hess off the block and down. Sophie Hess drives it through the block, tools it well, gets her 3rd kill of the night, and Preston on the board. It's 2-1. And Abby Clark will serve here for the Indians. Their first serve here in set number 2. Clark runs forward. Good serve, but it's too long. Just a hair long, as Century pretty had completely backed away from it, was perfectly happy letting it hit. And it hit maybe a ball length too long of the baseline. So here's Mangum to serve, and Mangum gives the serve right back as she also comes up with a service error here in the second. Second set brought to you by Butterfly Express Essential Oils. 3-2, Century on top. Preston gets the serve back, and this time will be Carly Madsen, the libero for the Indians. As Madsen serves it to Mangum, dug out, outside set, into the block. They block Pantea, comes back to Pantea again. This time she hits it over the block, but also well over the baseline as well. So we're tied at 3. And Mangum will now serve again for the Indians. And the serve comes again to Mangum. This time in the middle, blocked. As the block there, Hess was there. We'll give it to Hess. Looks like she's one celebrating the most, like she got hands on it, so it's 4-3 Preston. As they, now they're going to take the point away from the Indians on the block and give it back to Century. So it's 4-3 Century instead. Guess they said Hess was into the net when she made the block. So they take the point off the scoreboard for Preston as the serve comes back over to the Indians. And this time, stepping up and finding the open spot is Hess for another kill. Hess moving a lot better on that ankle than she was 2 nights ago in Pocatello. She'll come out as Bimini Knapp will come in to serve. I don't remember seeing Knapp serve in the first set. This may be her first time on the floor here, tied at 4. And the first serve is an ace. Wadsworth and Mangum both trying to play it, and they both just kind of short-hopped it. So Knapp gets the ace and gives Preston a 5-4 lead. Next one's into the net. So get the point and then give it right back, 5-5. Tonight's match brought to you by Papa J's Deli and Jerky in Clifton. Remember, you can order their world-class jerky online at papajs.com. Nalami to serve, kind of short, dug out by Wakely. Knapp sets it back to Wakely, into the net. So Taylor gets a little bit too much on top of it, hits it downward into the net. Point for Century, and it's 6-5. Century serves again, as this is going to be an ace. Wakely I think she thought she was deeper than she actually was as she backed away from it. And the serve hit dead in the deep left corner for Delamy for the first ace and third of the night for the Century Diamondbacks, who now lead 7-5. And back-to-back aces. She goes deep, now she goes short. And once again, Wakely not able to quite get there in time. Holyoke on the floor here for the Indians now as well. Morgan Donaldson out there as well. Holyoke goes down the line, and that's in. I think Delamy pulled her hands down thinking that was going to be out of bounds, and that hit dead in the corner as well. So Haven Holyoke with the kill. As now be Taylor Wakely to serve. Preston down 2. It's 8-6. And service error against Wakely. She hits it into the net. Makes it 9-6 here in the first set. As Maddie Wood will come back in. Wakely will come to the bench. Tonight's match brought to you in part by Ralph's Construction, building homes in the Blue Sage Park area of Preston. Call for more information at 435-232-1837. Serve comes to Madsen, kept alive by the Indians. Clark flicks it over. That's, again, Delamy able to keep it alive. Now backhands it back over her head, back over onto the Preston side. As the set comes to Crosley, and Crosley with just a little soft little punch gets it over and in. 9-7. Preston gets the side out, gets back to within 2 points again, and Jenna Crosley will now serve for the Indians. Crosley's serve comes to Wadsworth. Burrup sets in the middle, partially blocked, but they can't keep it alive as it's Mangum up high to drive that one home for the Diamondbacks. Carly Madsen back onto the floor. The libero, Marion Wadsworth, will serve here for Century. Dug out by the Indians. As it's Holyoke who finds the corner. It was touched anyway, but it still fell in the deep left corner. So Haven Holyoke with her second kill tonight. Preston back to within 2 at 10-8. Here in the second set of tonight's match, Preston trails 1-0. Maisie Parker rotates in. Haven Holyoke goes back to the bench, and Parker will serve here for the Indians. Preston in their gray jerseys tonight and blue shorts. As outside, look out, that's going to be too long. Big windup by Mangum goes too long. Preston back to within a point again at 10-9. No, correction. They take the point off the board again and give it back to Century again, so they're going to call it touched. So it's 11-8, a 3-point lead again for the Diamondbacks. Tough play, kept alive, and then Hess hits it into the net. Nice diving play there by Clark to dig it out. What was a tough serve, went into the net, came back in, and then Hess hit it back into the net again. So 12-8. Taylor Burrup to serve again here for Century. As Hess off the block and out of bounds. Delamy got a hand on the block, but Hess tools the block and it goes out of bounds. Hess with 5 kills on the night. Preston down 3 at 12-9. Taylor Wakely rotates back in on the floor again. As Clark serves for the Indians. Outside again, blocked and out of bounds. Big hit there by Mangum tooling the block, gets the point. And just like Hess has 5 kills, that's 5 tonight for Mangum as well. 13-9, Century on top. They already lead 1-0 tonight. So Preston needs to get things moving their direction. Serve deep comes to Mangum. Madsen rather. As the outside set, Delary hits it too long. So Delamy hits it too deep. So Preston will get the serve back again, and it'll be Carly Madsen who will serve. As the block at the net falls on the Preston side. Give the block outside to Millie Pantea as she's able to pick up the point, and it's 14-10. So we have a little change of plans. We'll kind of fill you in on those when you get the second here to tell you. Outside, Hess, that's off the block, and give to Hess another point. Hess with her 6th kill of the night. Because things are running behind over at West Side, we're going to stay with the Preston Century match, and we'll play the West Side match for you after the Preston match is concluded. But you'll still hear the West Side match in its entirety coming up after the Preston match is done here tonight. So here's Bimini Knapp to serve for Preston. Preston trails by 3 off the hands of Madsen, and that'll go out of bounds. Big hit coming from Stacy Sutton to get the point. Century back up by 4 again. It's 15-11. Delamy with the serve. They play it outside to the Indians as it comes to Holyoke. That's kept alive. Set it back outside again, and a whistle and a double hit on the set. So the set gets called as a 2-hit. Preston back to within 3. On the side out, they get the serve back, and it'll be Taylor Wakely to serve again. Tonight's match brought to you by West Motors, your only stop for newer used cars in Preston and in Logan. So here's Wakely to serve. Preston down 3, and Wakely again hits it into the net. So back-to-back service rotations for Taylor Wakely, and she hits a service error in her first attempt. So back to a 4-point advantage for the Diamondbacks at 16-12, as Millie Pantea will serve here again. Good serve comes to Madsen. Set outside Clark. Abby hits it too long and out of bounds. 5-point lead now for the Diamondbacks at 17-12. Again, points starting to dwindle just a little bit on the Indians here in the set number 2. Pantea to serve again. As they'll set, coming on a back set this time, comes to Holyoke, partially blocked at the net, kept alive by the Diamondbacks as Burrup goes short and Taylor gets the point. So Taylor Burrup with the ball off the block, able to just a short little flick and find the opening in the defense. as it's now 18-12. Century leads. Pantea serves again. Tough serve, tough return. Comes back to the Indians. Hollyoak steers it over. Back over onto the Century side. Outside, look out. Big dig outside. Stays alive. Back on the Preston side as Wakely's dig hit on the top of the net and stayed alive. Back again onto the Century side. They'll bump it over, so a free ball for the Indians. Bad pass. They're able to save it, and it's Wakely this time with a wild swing to keep it alive. Comes to Madsen, who just backhands it back over the net. As it'll be out of bounds on the attempt by Mangum. Big point for the Indians. Mangum tried to go short, hit it out of bounds. 18-13, Preston with the point. They get the serve back. And once again, it'll be Jenna Crosley to serve. Crosley's serve comes outside. They'll set it outside. Back to Mangum again for the point. It was into the block, but it still fell on the Preston side. So it's 19-13. Century with a lead. Here in set number 2, brought to you by Butterfly Express Essential Oils. Wadsworth with a serve off the top of the net. Kept alive on the Preston side, and they hit it too long. As Dunn coming over, got the ball back behind her head. That's just kind of rocketed it too high. So it's 20-13. And Preston again wants a timeout here in set number 2. 20-13, Century on top. Timeout brought to you by Magnolia Road. Ladies, update your look today at Magnolia Road, 12 North State Street in Preston.
KACH, mylocalradio.com.
Discover your ultimate escape at Day Mountain Ranch. Come enjoy our upscale lodges, perfect for family reunions and corporate retreats. Unwind, bond, and make memories that last in one of our luxury cabins. Host your dream wedding on our secluded property, perfect with a captivating nature backdrop. Or join our gun club. Rent or bring your own firearms and master your skills in private classes or dynamic group sessions at our premier state-of-the-art private gun range up to 2,200 yards. Your outdoor adventure and retreat begins at Day Mountain Ranch, 77 South Spring Creek Road, Preston, Idaho. Reserve your spot now at dmrresort.com.
20-13. Century leads here in the second set. Marion Wadsworth with the serve for the Diamondbacks in their green jerseys. Comes back over to Preston as Madsen bumps it over. Free ball here for the Indians. Dug out by Century as down into the corner and in. Clark this time able to drive it home. Abby with her first kill of the night. Side out. Preston will get the serve back at 20-14 as they rotate Maisie Parker back onto the floor, and she will pick up the serve here for the Indians. Again, Preston down 6 as the points dwindle here in the second set. Tough return at Century, able to get it back over. Kept alive on the Indian side as Dunn gives it back over to the Diamondbacks. Outside set, back to Mangum, blocked at the net. As that'll be the block. Does it fall inbounds? I believe it did. Point for the Indians. It's 20-15. So the block for, give it to Abby Clark over there on the offside. Wadsworth set in the middle this time, blocked by the Indians on the try by Peyton Burrup, and then Burrup with a double hit trying to get the ball out of the net. So another kill here for the Indians, as again the block at the net by Dunn, her second block for a point tonight. Preston back to within 4 at 20-16. Can they keep this going? Set outside, back to Mangum again, who goes short, and the point. Clark made a good job trying to go for the dive. Got a hand on it, but couldn't get it up high enough for anybody else to play it. So Mangum with kill number 7 tonight. And it's 21-16. Serve comes to Wakely outside Hess. As trying to dig it out was Wadsworth. Ball got in on her body a little bit. She couldn't do much with it. So Hess with kill number 7 on the night for her as well. And the lead again back to within 4 points is 21-17. Preston with the serve. As I believe this is Addie Clark serving, and it is. As they'll set it in the back as they get it back to Mangum again, who drives the point home, 22-17. So they got Mangum rotated over onto the opposite side, and she was wide open to try to drive that point home, and she certainly did. And she'll now serve with her team up 5, 22-17. As that'll be an error into the net for Mangum. She may have 8 kills tonight, but she also has 6 hitting errors so far. So hitting just a little over 0 tonight is Mangum. 22-18 now. The Indians get the serve back. Madsen with the serve. Outside set. Blocked at the net. Kept alive again by Centuries. Wadsworth keeps it up. And again at the net. And again the block there for Jenna Crosley. Preston gets back to within 3. It's 22-19. So Crosley gets the block there on Mangum this time. As Carly Madsen will serve again, one of the 5 seniors on the team. As the serve comes to Mangum, outside set, blocked at the net, but it's going to go out of bounds. Millie Pantea was blocked, but that fell out of bounds, 23-19. Peyton Burrup will now serve for the Diamondbacks. As it comes to Wakely, they set it back to Taylor. Off the block and down. Point for the Indians. They're not going away. It's 23-20. Wakely with kill number 3 on the night. Hess comes out. They'll bring Avery Madsen in to serve this time, as Avery makes her first appearance in the match. In a big spot here, asking her to step up and serve. Good serve. Wadsworth able to go down to a knee to play it. Blocked at the net and down. It's Crosley again with another block. And then Crosley, laughing so hard, fell to the floor and had to be helped up. 23-21, Preston within 2. Madsen serves, outside set, tough play, but coming up is Pantea just to get it over the top of the block, and it falls. And it's 24-21, set point here for the Diamondbacks. Set point number 1 here for the Diamondbacks in the second set. Delamy to serve. Bad return. Wood has to go get it. Tried to save it on the floor. Blocked. Kept alive by the Indians. Comes back to Wakely, who gets it back over. Free ball here for the Diamondbacks. Set it back to Pantea for the point. Pantea goes off the block and down, and Century will win the second set. More competitive, though. They win it 25-21. Century goes up 2-0. Preston finds themselves with their back to the wall again, having to be in a must-win situation, as we'll go to set 3 when we come back on this Bailey Beckstead Real Estate Team presentation of Preston Indian Volleyball.
KACH, mylocalradio.com.
Are you looking to buy or sell a home but confused where to even begin the process? Come to the most trusted and longest established real estate group in Franklin County with Bailey Beckstead Real Estate Team.
We've been a proud part of this community since 1979 when my dad, Scott Beckstead, began here in Preston. Since our founding, we've come to know the importance of honesty and promoting a community of giving back. Contact me, Bailey Beckstead, and our team at Beckstead Real Estate for all your real estate needs, buying, selling, or renting.
When you think of a medical center's vital signs, you think of a monitor beeping. Today, Franklin County Medical Center is sharing a new set of vital signs. They're the vital signs of a growing hospital. Our new medical office building is now home to the care you depend on. You'll visit us here for primary, specialty, and walk-in care. Franklin County Medical Center has been a vital part of the region's healthcare since 1929, right in your neighborhood.
If you're looking for someplace new as you head into your golden years, look into the tradition of quality designer homes built by Ralph's Construction in the Blue Sage Park area of Preston. Working in Phase 3 now, with Phase 4 starting soon, these homes can be built to a floor plan that you desire, or Ralph's Construction has other options that you're sure to fall in love with. Call today for more information, 435-232-1837. Now is the time to plan for the finest home of your lifetime. Ralph's Construction, 435-232-1837.
The greatest of life's moments can pass in the blink of an eye. Make sure you enjoy them with clear vision. The optometrists at Eye Care For You have been serving patients in Cache Valley and Preston for 43 years. As a full-service optical store, you'll find glasses, contacts, and professional eye health and vision exams. Doctors Philip Cromwell, Jeff Cromwell, and Lance Henderson are committed to providing you with professional care for your vision. Call today to schedule an appointment in Preston or Logan. Eye Care For You, not just a name, but a commitment.
Third set just underway. Maddie Wood with the first serve, hits it too long. So it's a service error and Century up 1-0. They lead 2-0. We'll get to the stats here through 2 sets in just a second as the back set comes to Clark, and that's going to be touched. Point for the Indians. That point for Clark is the 16th kill of the night for Preston compared to 14 for the Diamondbacks. Errors are fairly even, 13 for Preston, 11 for Century. Blocks are tied, 7-7. And the Diamondbacks have 4 aces tonight where Preston has 3. As the serve comes to Mangum. Her hit is dug up by the Indians, back to Hess. Again kept alive by Century, back on their side. Pantea gets partially blocked at the net. Outside set comes to Wakely and kept alive again. Back outside as off the block, Mangum able to tool the block again and get the point. So the point for Century. That makes it 2-1. That's what they have on the scoreboard. And that's what we'll go with. It's 2-1 Century. As coming onto the floor, Adri Jablonski into the match for the first time tonight to serve. Her serve dug out by Wakely for the Indians. Outside comes to Hess, and Hess puts it on the line for the points. Sophie went soft and dropped it right on the line, 2-2. So point side out again for Preston. And once again, it'll be Carly Matson to come in and serve. Preston has to win this third set. As the serve comes to Mangum. Back set, as it's going to be too long. As missing the ball, I'm going to say she touched it after all. As Morgan Donaldson tried to sell it like she didn't touch it. As the corner official said, yeah, you did. She stuck the flag out at her, and it's 3-2. So here's the 3-2 serve, and that'll be an ace as Wakely not able to dig that ball out. So give Burrup an ace. That's their 5th ace of the night for the Century Diamondbacks, who now lead 4-2 here in the set number 3. Dug out by Wakely. They'll set it backwards to Hess, and Hess hits it well too long. Nope, they're going to say it's touched. So Hess with her 9th kill gets the point to the Indians as Bibbidi Knapp will come back in. The third set of tonight's match brought to you by Preston Auto Parts CarQuest. They have all the parts you need to keep your car running strong. Stop in and find out at 17 South State Street in Preston. So here's Knapp to serve. Make sure we got the score right. Yeah, now they correct the scoreboard, 4-3 rather than 5-2. So now we're correct. Century leads 4-3, and you're up to date. So here's Knapp to serve. Bibbiny's first serve is going to be out along the left sideline. So Knapp's serve out of bounds makes it 5-3 Century, as Suri Delamy will come back in and serve. Delamy, short serve, played by Wakely. Knapp sets. Holyoke bumps it over. Free ball here for the Diamondbacks. Outside set. Look out. Blocked at the net and kept alive. And a point for the Indians, as that's going to be 4 hits for the Diamondbacks after they played the block. So the point for Preston makes it 5-4. Taylor Wakely will now drop back and serve as she gets it over this time. She's had a tough time serving tonight. Wadsworth will knock it over. Free ball here for the Indians. Knapp sets in the center. Crosley out of bounds. Crosley hits it too long, trying to get it back into that back right corner. Coach Knapp comes over and tells her, make sure you extend your arm and follow through. Don't just make contact and push the ball. That's what sends it high. So here's Millie Pantea to serve. 6-4 Century leads. Pantea's serve comes to Clark, and the return is unreturnable. So the dig by Clark kind of goes out of bounds toward the stanchion for the net. That'll go down as an unreturnable serve for Pantea. Her first ace of the night, and ace number 6 tonight. Check that, number 7, I should say, for the Diamondbacks. Serve dug out by Madsen for the Indians. Set it back to Clark again, and that's again going to be out of bounds, too long. So Clark hits it too long. Century now with 5, check that, with 3 straight points, makes it 8-4. As they've doubled the Indians here in the third set already. Wakely goes to Knapp as Madsen just tries to hit it over and hits it too long. So all of a sudden, look out. Here comes that string of bad possessions by the Indians. Always seems to come someplace in the first 3 sets. Hopefully they can shake it off and get rid of that one here very quickly. As it comes to Clark, who knocks it over. Outside set. Again, Mangum off the hands of Knapp and down. Knapp tried to hang in there the best she could. Off her hands, came cross-court into the Preston bench. Unplayable from there. And it's 10 kills tonight for Mangum, and it's 10-4. Century leads here in set number 3. Pantea to serve again for Century. Played by the Indians. Set comes to Holyoke. Holyoke is blocked by Mangum. Mangum comes up hobbled a little bit. See if she's going to be okay. As they'll flick it back over. Here's a free ball for the Indians. Back set. Crosley knocks it over, gives it back to Century again. In the back. That's off of the block and down. As coming up to make the point was Pantea. Crosley got a hand on it, tried to get the block, but couldn't control it after that. As timeout here called by the Indians, that's going to give Mangum a chance to come over the bench and rest that ankle a little bit. Looks like she's turned just a touch. 11-4, Century on top. Timeout brought to you by Magnolia Road. Ladies, stop in and check out the new selections at Magnolia Road at 12 North State Street.
KACH, mylocalradio.com.
It's always refreshing to shop where you know you'll be appreciated. It's even better to know that you can get everything you need. Quality parts at fair prices. The team at Preston Auto Parts CarQuest appreciates every customer. They work hard to make sure that you have the right part the first time, on time. Whether it's motorcycles, Farm and Ranch. Lawn and garden or car or truck parts, you can always get it all at Preston Auto Parts Car Quest. Stop in where you'll be treated like a friend. 17 South State Street, Preston.
Eleven. 11-4. Century leads here in the third. They lead 2-0. This set brought to you tonight by Preston Auto Parts Car Quest. And the match this evening brought to you by Franklin County Medical Center, with the finest care you'll find in all of the Cache Valley. Pantea's serve will continue after the Preston timeout at 11-4. As the Indians able to play it there. Back set comes in the middle. Comes to Crosley, who hits it too long. Oh, they're going to call it a touch. Yes, indeed. Give the point to the Indians. Third kill tonight for Crosley. That ball apparently touched as it comes across the net. So it's 11-5, as now they're going to come over and appeal, as Taylor Burrup comes over to talk to the chair official. As they say, nope. Our corner official called it a touch, and that's what it's going to be. So it stays 11-5. Preston trailing, gets the serve on the timeout. And Jenna Crosley now serves for Preston. Serve comes to Wadsworth. They'll set it there in the middle. Back to Mangum. And Mangum hits it too long. A little bit of a break just when they needed it. Makes it 11-6. Crosley to serve again for the Indians. As that serve comes to Wadsworth. Good dig there. Outside set again for Magnum. Off a couple of sets of hands and down. Point for Century. For Mangum, that's 11 kills tonight. And it's 11-6 here in the third. Diamondbacks winning the first set 25-15, taking the second 25-21. Marion Wadsworth serves up an ace. That's her third tonight, as that serve fell just in front of Taylor Wakely, who couldn't get her hands under it to return it. 13-6. Next serve comes to Clark this time. They set it back to Clark. Goes down the line and out of bounds. That makes the score 14-6. 8-point lead here for the Diamondbacks. And Preston, who has to have the third, now starting to fall behind. Serve comes to Wakely. Set on the opposite to Hollyoak, blocked at the net, and down on the Preston side to make it 15-6. Up high to get the block, Peyton Burrup. Her second block of the night. That increases the lead now to 9 for Century. As it comes to Wakely. Back over to Clark, who tools the block and out of bounds. The Burrups were there, but off the block and out of bounds. Point for Clark. 15-7. Preston rotates a couple of players back on the floor, including Maisie Parker, who's going to come in and serve. Carly Madsen trying to come up and encourage the front line there to have them keep playing well. Tough return, able to keep it alive. Yeah, Wadsworth knocks it over for Century. Back set as it comes to Hess off the block and down. Sophie Hess gets her 10th kill of the night, and another point for the Indians to make it 15-8. Preston needs to put some points together here. Need a little bit of a run. Parker to serve again. Ticks off the top of the net, kept alive. Once, twice, stays on the Preston side. As Preston had a free play on a ball at the net, and they hit it into the net instead of over. Tough break. 8-point lead again for Century. It's 16-8 here in set number 3. Taylor Burrup serves. Back set, not a good set, and hit into the net. Clark and Dunn both headed toward the net looking for attack. Instead, they had to change direction and go back and get the ball on that faulty set, and it's now 17-8. As Preston sets it outside, Hess off one set of hands, kept alive by Pantea. Get it back up into the Preston half of the court as they'll set it there. And off the top of the net, nice play by Mangan to keep it alive. Back over to Preston it goes. Set by Madsen. Clark hits it well long. Abby Clark hits it long again. So Century now finds himself up by 10. 18-10 here in the third. Preston's got to put something together and get back into this set, or they're going to go down 0-2 in the conference standings, as that will be touched and give the kill to Hess after the ball touched at the net, and it's now 18-9. Tonight's match brought to you by Webb Funeral Home, serving Preston and the surrounding communities since 1925, and by Naylor Insurance for home, health, life, and auto. Stop by Naylor Insurance to find out how much you can save. 223 North State Street in Preston. A serve again, put up by Clark. Good deep middle serve. Comes to Burrup in up front. Madsen gets hands on it. Ends up in the front row. Back to Wakely, who gets it over. Now back to Wakely. And Wakely gets it over. Peyton Burrup got a hand on it to try to get it back alive again, but instead deflects it out of bounds. 18-10. Preston needs a bit of a run here in the third. Serve into the net by Clark. Makes it 19-10. Abby Jablonski will rotate back in again here for Century. She's going to come back in and serve for a second time. Serving with a 9-point lead. And up by 2 sets. That's a fairly confident situation to be in. Comes to Wakely for the Indians, who go short for the point. So Taylor finds that soft middle in the middle of the floor. (19-11). And we got whistles here from the chair official, as the coach for Century apparently walked all the way over to talk to the corner official over there, and you can't do that, as that was the whistle was for, was to admonish her and get her back to over the bench. Set outside, set there by Delamy, comes back to the Indians, and Hess hits it into the net. 20-11. So Preston trailing here in the third. Burrup to serve. Donaldson with the set, outside Wakely, off the block and down. So it's touched. Taylor's got her 5th kill of the night. Preston with a small bit of protest here makes it 20-12. And Macy Knapp is going to come in for the first time tonight, as Maisie Parker will go back to the bench. So Macy, about the biggest player on the team, doesn't get a whole lot of chance to play because she still plays most of the JV matches and doesn't have a lot of quarters or set time left to be able to give to the varsity. As the outside set comes to Pantea, blocked at the net, but Knapp comes in and makes her presence known right away with a block at the net. As it can be kept alive again, back to Knapp, who gets it back onto the floor. Pantea blocked once, and Preston can't quite get it up. The block was knocked skyward by Wakely, but unfortunately it went into the net, and then Crosley came over and couldn't control it. Makes it 21-12. So tough playing there for the Indians. A couple of big blocks by Macy Knapp just onto the floor for the first time. as the serve comes back over onto the Indian side. Wakely's blocked. Preston gets it back up but out of bounds. Makes it 22-12. Good effort by the Indians on that point, but just couldn't find the court. As Wakely, her return of serve goes wild. That'll be an ace to make it 23-12. So Delamy with her third ace of the night. She has 3. Wadsworth has 3. That's 6 of the 8 put up by Century tonight. As the serve, tough return. As Knapp gets one hand on it, they can't return it. Ball got too close to the net. Preston couldn't get it out of the net. It's match point here for Century, 24-12. For the match, serving is the Diamondbacks. Net's going to be into the net as Preston not able to do anything with it as they hit it out of bounds, and that will be match point as Century comes into the gym here in Preston and will knock off the Indians in 3 sets, winning the third by a final score of 25-12. So it's a sweep by Century over the Indians, who now find themselves 0-2 in conference play. We'll come back, have the post-game show for you right after this.
Today's game is brought to you by Beckstead Real Estate, the real estate experts for Franklin County and beyond. Day Mountain Ranch, relax, retreat, recharge. Crumble Cookies, bringing friends and family together over the world's best cookies. Magnolia Road, ladies, stop in and update your wardrobe today. Puppy Steps Training, Northern Utah and Southern Idaho's premier board and puppy training facility since 2011. Butterfly Express Essential Oils in Clifton, where quality doesn't have to be expensive. West Motors, your only stop for newer used cars in Preston and in Logan. Stokes Market True Value, with the freshest meat and produce in Preston. Webb Funeral Home, serving Preston and surrounding communities since 1925. Ralph's Construction, building homes in the Blue Sage Park area of Preston. I Care for You, not just a name, but a commitment. Franklin County Medical Center, with the finest care in all of the Cache Valley. Preston Auto Parts Car Quest, we have all the parts you need to keep your car running strong. Naylor Insurance, your local agent for home, health, life, and auto. North Stars Ultimate Outdoors, get ready for your next outdoor adventure at North Stars Ultimate Outdoors in Preston. Evergreen Financial Partners, when planning your future, trust the experts at Evergreen Financial Partners in Preston and now in Pocatello. Farm Bureau Insurance, the Smith Agency. Don't leave the things that matter to you to chance. Call Farm Bureau Insurance, the Smith Agency today. Northern Title, the trusted name in the tri-state area. And by Papa J's Deli and Jerky in Clifton. Now, stay tuned. The Ralph's Construction postgame show is coming up next.
People oftentimes ask us, why do people from other areas of the valley or other parts of the state or drive so far to come here? And a lot of times I'll ask them, so why did you drive past several different dealers to come and buy your car here? And a lot of times they say, I just like the environment here. I like the low pressure. They don't play games. You guys are straightforward with me. You don't, trick me into buying something I don't want. We take care of people the way we want to be treated, and so they'll drive a ways to do that.
WestMotorCompany.com.
Whether you're an athlete looking to treat strained or sore muscles, a multitasking mom seeking balance, or just looking to boost your mood and nutrition, Butterfly Express is here for you. Experience the soothing scents and holistic benefits that cater to both your body and mind with our wide selection of essential oils, herbs, and supplements. And the best part is, unlike other big brand companies, Butterfly Express is affordable and local. Visit us in Clifton or explore our collection online at butterflyexpress.shop and use the promo code KACH10 for 10% off all regularly priced items. Quality doesn't have to be expensive. Butterfly Express Essential Oils.
If you're looking for someplace new as you head into your golden years, look into the tradition of quality designer homes built by Ralph's Construction in the Blue Sage Park area of Preston. Working in Phase 3 now, with Phase 4 starting soon, these homes can be built to a floor plan that you desire, or Ralph's Construction has other options that you're sure to fall in love with. Call today for more information, 435-232-1837. Now is the time to plan for the finest home of your lifetime. Ralph's Construction, 435-232-1837.
Across the FM airwaves, we're heard at 105.5. On the far-reaching AM dial, we're at 1340. And on the internet at mylocalradio.com. Wherever you find us, we are KACH, Preston, Smithfield, Logan.
It's time for the Preston Indians postgame show. Coming up, we'll recap the just completed game, take a look at the final stats, and a look at what's ahead for the Preston teams. The postgame show is brought to you by Ralph's Construction, building quality designer homes in the Blue Sage Park area of Preston. For more information, call 435-232-1837.
Well, welcome back here to the postgame show, brought to you by Ralph's Construction, building new homes in the Blue Sage Park area of Preston. Well, Century came out and took it to the Indians. Preston played tough for 2 sets, but then couldn't quite get things going in set number 3 as the Indians get swept here by the Century Diamondbacks, who win it 3-0. Century now 1-1 in conference play. Preston is 0-2, and Pocatello leading the conference as they are 2-0 in conference play. And Preston still has 1 set to play against each of those teams. Pocatello will be in here next week, and then Preston still has to make a trip over to Century to play in the Snake Pit again as well. So the final scores tonight, 25-15, 25-21, and 25-12. We'll take a timeout here on the postgame show. We'll come back and look at the stats from the match. We'll do that as we continue right after this on this Bailey Beckstead Real Estate Team presentation of Preston Volleyball.
KACH, mylocalradio.com.
The greatest of life's moments can pass in the blink of an eye. Make sure you enjoy them with clear vision. The optometrists at Eye Care for You have been serving patients in Cache Valley and Preston for 43 years. As a full-service optical store, you'll find glasses, contacts, and professional eye health and vision exams. Doctors Philip Cromwell, Jeff Cromwell, and Lance Henderson are committed to providing you with professional care for your vision. Call today to schedule an appointment in Preston or Logan. Eye Care for You, not just a name, but a commitment.
Hi, my name is Penny Wright, born and raised in Preston. I am your local Medicare agent. I am here to give you the knowledge you need so you can make an informed and wise choice for your Medicare needs. Call me at 208-852-2367 if you're turning 65 or have any Medicare questions.
When it comes to all things electrical, Sean Carter and the guys at S&T Electrical should always be your go-to crew. With experience in everything from new construction to repairs, service, and new installations, S&T Electrical is professional and friendly in all they do. Your electrical work will be done right. Call S&T Electric today at 208-852-5878.
This is Sean Carter with S&T Electric. It's what we do.
Welcome back here to the Ralph's Construction postgame show as the Diamondbacks come into Preston Gym and sweep the Indians tonight, 3-0. Let's look at the stats brought to you by Farm Bureau Insurance, the Smith Agency. Don't leave the things that matter to you to chance. Call the Farm Bureau Insurance, the Smith Agency at 208-852-2364. For the Indians tonight, they finished with 24 kills. They win the battle of kills tonight, but they still end up losing the match. We'll show you why here in just a second. Errors, Preston had 22 on the night, 7 blocks, and 3 aces. For Century, they finished with 18 kills and only 13 errors. So they made fewer hitting errors, 9 fewer hitting errors in the match than the Indians did. That led a long way to what they did in winning the match over the Indians. Blocks were even at 7 apiece, and Century had 6 aces in the match compared to just 3 for Preston. So that you look at the stats, brought to you by Farm Bureau Insurance, the Smith Agency. We'll take our final break, and we'll come back and wrap it up from here in Preston right after this.
KACH, mylocalradio.com.
Whether it's your vehicle, home, business, or even life, protecting the things that matter most shouldn't be left to chance. At Farm Bureau, the Smith Agency, everything that is important to you is important to us. That's why our office and agents are united to protect your future and give you peace of mind today. I'm Brittany Smith. As your local Farm Bureau agents, my husband Braden and I would love to customize and simplify plans that are unique to you and what you care about. Stop in today and see how Farm Bureau can make insurance simple for you.
Whether you're an athlete looking to treat strained or sore muscles, a multitasking mom seeking balance, or just looking to boost your mood and nutrition, Butterfly Express is here for you. Experience the soothing scents and holistic benefits that cater to both your body and mind with our wide selection of essential oils, herbs, and supplements. And the best part is, unlike other big brand companies, Butterfly Express is affordable and local. Visit us in Clifton or explore our collection online at butterflyexpress.shop and use the promo code KACH10 for 10% off all regularly priced items. Quality doesn't have to be expensive. Butterfly Express Essential Oils.
If you're looking for someplace new as you head into your golden years, look into the tradition of quality designer homes built by Ralph's Construction in the Blue Sage Park area of Preston. Working in Phase 3 now, with Phase 4 starting soon, these homes can be built to a floor plan that you desire, or Ralph's Construction has other options that you're sure to fall in love with. Call today for more information, 435-232-1837. Now is the time to plan for the finest home of your lifetime. Ralph's Construction, 435-232-1837.
All right, welcome back here to the postgame show. For those waiting to hear the West Side game, we're going to take you live to West Side coming up and join Cody Olson and that match in progress against Soda Springs. So hang tough with us here for just another minute or two. We'll take you over there to West Side. As for the Indians, their next match is coming up on Saturday, 4 p.m. start. We'll have the pregame show about 3:30 on Saturday as the Gooding Senators come here to Preston Gym for a match against the Indians. That'll wrap up our broadcast here for tonight. We want to thank some folks here this evening before we sign off. Special thanks to the executive producer of KACH Radio, Sports Val Cook. Our associate producer is Cody Olson. Special thanks again to John Beverly back in studios, our studio coordinator tonight as well. I'm Dan Hubbard. Thanks for joining us, whether it be on the KACH or on mylocalradio.com for tonight's broadcast as Century comes in and beats the Preston Indians 3-0 to sweep the Indians here tonight. Stay tuned. If you're on KACH, we'll take you to West Side for the West Side versus Soda Springs match. If you're watching on My Local Radio, thanks for watching tonight, and we'll catch you again on Saturday. I'm Dan Hubbard. Thanks for listening, and we'll talk to you then.
Thank you for listening to the Preston Indians postgame show. This broadcast has been a production of Preston Broadcasting, LLC, and was intended for the private, non-commercial use of our audience. Use of any portion of this production, its accounts or descriptions, in whole or in part, may not be used or rebroadcast without the express written permission of Preston Broadcasting, LLC.